One generation media, and this is my media. One gen media, walking the streets with a yes, yes. Of the UK, the courage of the UK. Pushing my cam to the limits. I'm standing right here in a crowd, or in London town. One gen media, walking the streets with a yes, yes. Keeping the faith in a crowded place. Gotta realize, all the MSM realize, no mics in faces. I'm standing right here, ready with questions. Give me your answers. One generation media, first generation of true media. Needed everywhere with my real life. No one feeding me lines. Talking points are nothing for a self-made journal. I'm your YouTube, you know it's pretty sick. Gotta realize, all the MSN realize, bringing you the news that the legacy refused. One generation media, first generation of true media. Needed everywhere with my real eyes. First person view, reporting of current affairs. I am one generation media, and this is my media. One gen media, walking the streets with a yes, yes. Holding a mic to the voiceless, shining a light on the silencers, keeping our speech free in the UK. I am one generation media, and they use us as cogs in a wheel that they can't live without. Imagine if it all stopped spinning. Gotta find a way to unite, gotta keep up the fight. I am one generation media, and I am one generation media, and I am one generation media, and this is my media. Yeah, this is my media.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the quiz tonight. We've got a cracker in store for you tonight. We're not going to have a bad score like we did last week. Thursday's the new Friday, so everyone grab a drink.
Cheers to that. Thursday's the new Friday, everyone. Woo.
What's everybody drinking tonight?
Do you want to go first?
Well, I thought I would go for a margarita. Actually, I don't actually like the taste of it, but they've been in the refrigerators. I thought, well, I'll have them.
I quite like a bit of this tequila.
Shaken
I like a
or
mojito if I have a cocktail.
shaken or stirred?
I've got a bit of
none.
jam shed,
poured.
Black Forest mess, cherry and chocolate wine. It's really, really sweet, and I highly recommend. If you like sweet wine, then this is one for you.
That sounds like one of the cakes you usually eat during the week.
Yeah, it would go very well with cakes as well.
I bet it does. Let's say hi to everyone who's joining us early. I saw the Ferret is here today. Welcome, Ferret. Welcome, Roman. Welcome, Kent Patriot. Is there anyone else that I've forgotten?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone else in comments. Right, so everyone in the comments, if you want to keep your own score, get a pen and paper. Zen, RVM, Steve, have you got your score sheets?
Trusty little cards.
Yep.
Crusty. Anyone got creases in theirs yet? We are on quiz number 11 this week.
Creases. Mine are tattered. But they're my lucky cards now, so they're staying.
Right, well, yeah, with your score last week, Zen, yeah, they must be lucky. I did have some latest news to come up on the down below on the old whatever that thing's called that zooms fast, but in true StreamYard fashion, it hasn't saved, so no latest news to bring you today, but we can talk about it quickly while people get into the quiz. Tommy Robinson's been freed. Stephen, what do you think about that? You did a video on that.
Yeah. Brilliant news. Good that he's finally out. Should have been out a lot sooner, but still he's out. He's where he belongs, back with his family. So that's good.
I
It's
was
good
going to
visit.
say, hopefully he's spending some time with his kids now and getting himself back ready for some future journalism or activism, whichever one comes first. Zen, what do you make of
Yeah.
it? What have you seen on
Well, you know,
TikTok?
I believe in
Got a
the
TikTok
freedom of
stream?
speech. Even if I don't agree with everything anyone says, I still will defend their right to say it. And the fact, I'm just logical. How can Channel 4 release a documentary that says pretty much exactly the same thing without the proof that was brought, but the Channel 4 documentary people are not in prison? That didn't sit right with me as well. So yeah, I'm glad they're out. The solitary confinement we spoke about before, I said wasn't fair. So yeah, it's quite good news for him. Coming out looking like a castaway.
Good. Just want to say hi to
looking like a lot of.
CP in the comments. I thought CP
So
was
did
right.
Katie Hopkins say look like Robinson Crusoe? But
Yeah, Robinson
I know he
Crusoe.
took it with good humour
You
because
got
he reshared a post where he was looking like Tom Hanks. So it's not like
yeah,
Steve
you've got
Harvey.
Marv from Home Alone. You've got Moses from the Holy Book.
I thought the Forrest Gump one was the best. Whoever
Yeah, the
That was quite
castaway.
funny.
put
Yeah,
that video up.
I'm tired.
I just want to go home now.
Oh, it was Forrest Gump. He wasn't the one. The one I saw, I thought it was from Castaway. You know when he comes, where he gets found on the island. But it wasn't. It was from Forrest Gump when he was running, wasn't it?
Yeah, Forrest Gump.
They're pretty similar, though, to be honest.
I noticed it straight away, and I thought like most people are going to say Castaway, but it was definitely Forrest Gump. I think on that one. 100%. Yeah, just want to say hi to CP Reports in the chat. I thought you were going live with a premiere, but that must have finished. Welcome to the quiz.
CP.
CP, I've been watching you on the old clock app, and I'll give it. I always called you CP Balls of Steel. I'll give it to you. Stand your ground, you little menace.
Yeah, some of those videos lately have been quite fun to watch, actually.
Yeah.
Haven't got Lieutenant in comments yet, so I'll probably wait and give her a few more minutes.
Oh yeah, missing Lieutenant. Maybe. Oh, she does know it's a Thursday, doesn't she?
Yeah, no, I'm sure she's probably just giving it 100 laps on a rock climbing machine that she's got now.
Oh. I want to get a little machine. I've seen one on TikTok. You stand. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that word. You stand on it, so you do like the walking, but you also pull up these things at the same time.
I think that's the one she's got. Yeah, you kind of do
Yeah,
that.
it's quite. Yeah, doing. It's not as big as the other ones, and I thought it'd be. But I don't want to buy something and just have it gathering dust in the cupboard like a million other of my things. I've got a hula hoop out there that I've never used.
Yeah, no.
Exercise bike.
I saw a picture of that rock climbing machine, and it seems to like be a good little space saver as well. It doesn't
Be a great little clothes hanger in my bedroom. That's what it would be.
Roman's probably right. She's having a nap. all that. What's it called? Making music. Well, it's her own fault if she misses the start of the quiz. I know she can be quite competitive in the old comments with Roman. Anyone else in chat that I haven't seen? I say since StreamYard is upgraded to want to show this, I'll just send it.
Is it the little green thing at the bottom? You mean?
Yeah, no. I say since they've put in there to bloody well promote their thing and all that, I've literally got 2 comments that I can see on the screen each time, and literally one finger's amount of space to zing up and down. So yeah, we'll keep the self-promotion of the channel to a minimum, just in case I'm catching up with people's answers. But yeah,
CP's on it now. Have you got an exclusive then, CP?
Oh, I'm sure she has. You have to go over to CP's channel when she's live for the breaking news.
I'll go and check out what you've been getting up to recently.
No worries. All right. Well, so I've given long enough for some of the comment contestants, as I call them, comment box contestants. So we're going to have to start. If they want to start the quiz from the beginning, they're going to have to start from the beginning and then fast forward during our midway break of the song.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck, everyone, if you're taking part. Remember, keep your own score. There's 24 questions. And the
Good luck, chat. Bad luck, Zen.
I would flip those bad vibes back at you.
Fighting talk today for RBM. He wants to. He doesn't want to see that red pen today. It almost went dry on him last week.
That was awful last
See, now I'm going to laugh at that one.
week.
Right then, should we get started? I think we might as well. Right, question 1, everybody. Is the statement below true or false? Shakespeare was a playwright, playwriter and actor. Is that true or false?
Well, it could be, if it's a tricky one, because it could be he could say no, he was just a playwright. If it does something like that, I won't be overly amused.
Right, I'll wait for the comments to come in. You're
That's
right.
a bit of a tough one.
You're
Yeah, 'cause
right.
I thought it was going to be like a tricky one. Like, no, actually, William Shakespeare was just a playwright. So I'm like,
Yeah.
straight away.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he started off as an actor. I mean, yeah.
I actually have a quote from him on my arm. If you hang on, if I can get my jumpsuit up, it's from Hamlet, Act 2, Scene 3, and it's the full quote is, "And above all else, to thine own self be true." If you can see that, there we go. And that is a Caduceus. If anyone knows what that is, 10 points for you. That is a Caduceus.
Say it again slowly, Zen. Is that on your arm?
Caduceus. Cadeus. Caduceus.
I'm not too hot on my
It's
Latin,
ancient.
but I'm sure Roman will fill us in. You know Latin, don't you?
But he was a bad actor.
The answer was true, everybody. I see some trues and some falses in the comments. Shakespeare was born in Stratford-upon-Avon, England. He was a playwright and actor and wrote many poems and plays. So, if you answered true, congratulations. You're off to a winning start.
Good.
Ken Patriot.
I would have thought he would just be a playwright, but then even playwrights, sometimes do a little solo appearance, don't they?
Yeah.
In films, it's like
Well, it takes me.
It's like even Quentin Tarantino. Everyone knows him for making films and not an actor, but he
does
has
little cameos, doesn't he? Sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he does little cameos. So it's
like Stan Lee.
That they're,
I watched a film last night. I think it's Jason Statham's newest film. I forget what it's called now. But that comedian bloke who I see doing Facebook, he does a lot of Facebooks as well. Bald guy, quite big. He was in it as one of the main characters. Didn't say much. I think he had about one line in the whole film. He just played like a baddie, one of his henchmen. But I kept recognising him. I was like, I'm sure he's like a comedian. I can't remember his name. It was quite funny. But yeah, well done. You're off to a winning start already, you two. Let's go on to question 2. Question 2. Which 2 of the following are famous British film directors? A. Sir Alfred Hitchcock and Evelyn Waugh, spelled Waugh, if I pronounced it correctly. B. Evelyn Waugh and Thomas Gainsborough. C. Sir Alfred Hitchcock and Sir Ridley Scott. Or D. Evelyn Waugh and Sir Ridley Scott.
I'm not 100% sure, but I thought
a C and a
C.
C
are the only 2 names that I've heard of, but I didn't know what. Exactly.
I've got a feeling, Zen, that you're going to have a red pen.
I was a bit of a. I knew, I've heard of Ridley Scott, but I didn't. All I could think was Ripley's Believe It or Not. So
you haven't heard of Sir Alfred Hitchcock, then?
Yeah, of course I have, but I thought he wrote the books. He didn't do the films.
Congratulations, RBM, and anyone that chose C.
Yeah.
C is the correct answer.
Sorry, I thought he just wrote books, dear. Either way, so learn something new.
Sir
I
Alfred
thought he was a bit of an author.
Who produced some great films, and Sir Ridley Scott are British film directors.
I got it half right. With Ridley Scott.
In the UK and internationally. So, first time for you.
Yeah, I said I heard of Ridley Scott, but yeah, not and Alfred Hitchcock. Of course, I've heard of Alfred Hitchcock, but I genuinely thought he just wrote some great books. So learn something new.
I was going to say that's the beauty of the Great British Citizenship Test quiz. You learn something every time. Well done, RBM.
Hitchcock was in most, if not all. Alfred Hitchcock was in most, if not all, of his films. Roman said.
Let's have a look at that. Put that on stage. Well done to everyone that got C in the questions. I'm pretty sure you're actually right. I've heard that somewhere else as well, Roman. Yeah, he has like little bit parts in the films, I think, doesn't he? I think Kent got that right as well. Well done, everybody. Right. Question 3. Is the statement below true or false? Sir Isaac Newton was a famous musician born in the 18th century. Sir Isaac Newton. musician, 18th century. RVM's gone for false. Then, did you go for false as well?
You see, I showed it quickly because I couldn't hold it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might change my lights because they're going a bit crazy. I don't want to set anyone off or anything. Give me a second, Pete. You have to come with a trigger warning otherwise.
Hi, Glove. Welcome to the comments. We've got
hello, darling.
Hello, love.
Hello, darling.
Congratulations, both of you. The answer is false. Sir Isaac Newton was a famous scientist who showed how gravity applied to the whole of the universe.
He had that apple fall on his head, apparently, wasn't he?
Was he born in the 18th century, though? Because that's what I was throwing me on.
Yeah, 18th century. That'd be the 1700s, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, so, yeah, that's right. Well done on that one. Well done. It's good to see the green lines flying in. Right, question.
Well, only on my side.
You can see him, can you? Right, question 4. Quite a long one. Which two of the following would you contact for help on a legal matter? A solicitor and citizen's advice. B, a solicitor and a local councillor. C, a local councillor and your local member of parliament. Or D, citizen's advice and your local member of parliament. Who would you contact in a legal matter?
A couple of those answers could have been correct, though. Do you know what I mean? So that was a bit.
They could be. So you've both chosen A, have you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're both correct. Well done. A is the answer. Oh. Lieutenant has made it. She's woken up from her nap.
Oh, hello, Lieutenant. Woo.
How's everyone else doing in chat? All got A's. Well done. A is the correct answer. Solicitors are trained lawyers who give advice on legal matters, take action for their clients, and represent the clients in court. Citizens' advice can give you names of local solicitors and tell you which areas of law they specialise in. That's well done. I say, Lieutenant, if you wanted to catch up on the questions, we're only up to number 5 next. And there is a half-time break, so you can always try and get up to speed if you wanted to. What can you see in the comments, everyone? Because I say I've only got one comment at a time. Let's have a look at it. Lieutenant was busy making a song.
A new song. Ooh.
There we go. Right, well done, you two. Well done, everybody in chat. Ken Patriot said he blagged that one. RBM blags them often, Ken. You're not on your own on that.
Not that often.
Not that often.
Occasional guess.
I love it. Right, question number 5. Moving on. Which two new national bodies began operating in 1999? A, the Welsh Assembly, now called the Senedd and Scottish Parliament. B, the Scottish Parliament and English Parliament. C, the House of Lords and the Welsh Assembly, now called the Senedd. Or D, the House of Lords and the Scottish Parliament. Not an easy one.
Can you just say the question again, what they did?
Yeah, which two national bodies began operating in 1999?
I'm screwed. Oh, I know Scotland and England was having arguments, but now I can't remember what it was. A is Welsh and English. B was Scottish and English. C was...
Hi, Scottish veteran. Welcome back to the quiz. And Gabriella, I can just see your comments coming in. We've already got started. We did try and wait a bit for you lots.
I might just go a bit... I can't remember what C and D were. I genuinely can't remember what C and D were.
Hold up your answers, you two. Ooh,
I was going to go... Listen, I was going to say, if the B is England...
Hold on, Jen. Hold it up. Hold it up and talk about it after. V.
I don't know. It's just, I couldn't even remember what C and D were, and I don't have a clue anyway.
I'm going to be wrong. Everyone in chat said A.
I'm sure everyone in chat, in my opinion, got it right, but we will check. So I have got it ready. Everybody in chat, if you can just hold your answers back until the contestants get their answers up first, that would be great. Thank you.
I don't. Well, it was usually I do hold it up as quick as, but I genuinely didn't know. I couldn't remember.
You're both wrong, and everybody in chat was correct. If they
No,
chose
don't follow
A.
the chat anyway.
Correct answer was A. Since 1997, some powers have been devolved from the central government and give people in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland more control over matters that directly affect them. There has been a Welsh Assembly, now called the Senedd, and a Scottish Parliament since 1999.
I knew the Scottish Parliament was, but I didn't know the other one.
RBM and Zen, if you had been paying attention to some of UKIP's posts, you'd have known that we are trying to abolish the Scottish Parliament, or if they get in power, that is what they want to do at Holyrood, and bring it back to the House of Parliament. So I knew that answer. Well done to everybody in comments. I think everyone chose A before I lost it.
I think they should. If they want to be independent, I think they should be independent. Why not?
Sorry, Tennant, can you keep the reposty things down to a minimum? It's just I've literally got one finger space that I can see comments because of all this advertising. So it takes me a long time to find the answers. Scottish Veteran 67 says it's a joke. I say I don't know too much about it. I'm going to be doing some more research in it over the next couple of days because I think you've got elections on the 5th of June. Is that right?
Oh, so Scottish Veteran. I don't know if you don't want to answer and it's too sensitive. I completely understand. But so if you're from Scotland, so in your opinion, would you want to join again or be independent? If you don't answer, though, don't comment. It's fine.
Yeah, no answer. I've got a few Scottish people that I've not had anybody say they actually want to stay with the SNP and all that Scottish Party.
That's what I mean. Is that let the people vote that live there.
They seem to get their votes. So I'm not sure if that's right or not. Yeah, I don't know what StreamYard's done here with all this blooming advertising. I'm really having trouble scrolling up on the comments. But unlucky you two. You got a red on that one. I'll move on to the next question. Well done to everyone in comments if you got that right. I think Mel's just dropped in. Welcome, Mel. Anyone that's playing along, you'll have to keep your own score. But we're already on to question number 6. So, question number 6, everybody. Are you ready? Right. Which of the following statements is correct? A. Sir Andy Murray is the first British man to sail around the world. Or B. Sir Andy Murray is the first British man to win a singles tennis title in a Grand Slam tournament since 1936. A or B?
He does that one, doesn't he?
Two B's, eh? I think you might be right. How about everyone in comments? AJ Audits, welcome to the quiz. I see we're getting a few people in today. If I've missed you,
It was a shame it took a Scotsman to do it. It would have been nice if Tim Henman would have done it. And he was.
How many?
I remember the Tim Henman years. My nan loved a bit of tennis.
How many people's grands used to watch Tim Henman, and if ever you went round there,
my nan loved a bit of tennis. I could never work
Even
out
I watched
why.
Tim Henman. I don't watch tennis, but every time he was playing Wimbledon and that, I used to give it a watch. I always liked Tim Henman, but yeah, shame he never won anything.
He wasn't too bad, was he?
Close nets.
Right, correct. The answer. Hi, old school. Hi, everybody. Welcome to chat. You just joined us. Correct on that one. The answer was B. Sir Andy Murray is a Scottish tennis player and the first British man to win a singles tennis title in a Grand Slam tournament since 1936. I don't actually know who did win it in 1936. Does anyone else? I'm wondering if it's that. I think it's that clothing brand, isn't it, that was out? Oh, I forget it now. Anyone in chat? Anyone in chat know the answer to who last won it in 1936 before Andy Murray? Fred Perry. That's the one. Fred Perry. Remember the Fred Perry clothes? I think that's.
I remember them.
Right, so that was number 6. Number 7, everybody. Who's that gave the answer? If I'm missing your comments, sorry, Roman. I saw it. It's just they're flying in today. Until I saw.
I never knew about that. AG survived Dunblane.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, it's tragic.
I remember.
Cool, though.
I think I was about 9 years old when that happened. I remember the school making us write all cards and letters to send off.
What was that for?
The Dunblane massacre back in. Well, I guess if I was 9, it would have been about 1992, something.
Wasn't Dunblane the aeroplane crash? Or am I getting mixed up with something else? It was dignitaries, wasn't it, flying over from Europe to America? They crashed in Scotland.
I think Dunblane was the school massacre.
The school shooting massacre.
Unless they had that as well.
And of course, I mean, back then it was,
that was it. Yeah.
Back then it was huge news, but like, I think you hear of massacres these days and they don't get much thought because it's happening too often now. Whereas back then it was a rare thing to happen and it was massive. Like,
hi, Stella. Welcome to the.
And a lot of people have more sympathy and empathy, I feel like, because nowadays when bad things happen, even this week, some of the comments of the things I was reading from all angles were people should be concentrating on like the victims or the traumatized people or the services that help and things like that. And but oh my god, some of the comments just make you sick.
Yeah, I was watching something earlier as well about a random crime that happened or something, and you think they were sort of one-offs, weren't they? Only about 10, 15 years ago, now it seems to be about 10 a day. But no, thanks for your answers in comments. It was the Lockerbie disaster that I was thinking of with the plane crash, and Dunblane would have been the school. Yeah. Excellent stuff, everyone, if you got that right. Right.
96, so I would have actually been about 14, 13, 14. I thought I was a little younger than that when it happened.
Yeah, I think I was just leaving school, going into work then. Right, question 7, everybody. Which two are associated with Sir Francis Drake? A. Defeating the Spanish Armada, an early flight. B. Defeating the Spanish Armada and sailing around the world. C. Early flight and the Titanic. Or D. The Titanic and sailing around the world. Oh, straight in with B's. Eh?
I better get that right because I was so confident with my B. Like, I was so confident with it.
Well, I didn't know about first flight, but I know he sailed around the world. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, you're actually both correct, and so is everybody in comments. I saw loads of bees flying in just then.
It was Nelson Mandela that defeated the Spanish Armada.
Who? Nelson Mandela, did you say?
Is it? Oh, no. Horatio Nelson.
Nelson Mandela. I can imagine him.
Nelson Mandela is Spanish Armada.
Horatio Nelson, yeah.
I really like that name, Horatio. I don't think you could really call a kid Horatio.
Nobody better clip that.
I like that.
I might have to for the next quiz advert. Right,
you know what? One of the funniest bits would be as well, when you couldn't talk the other week because the buzzball hit you, and also when the thing fell off the wall. That was quite funny.
Well, I'm normally on the Diet Cokes, but today's the first time I've had a slight beverage, so.
Today you're winning as well.
Brain already. Yeah.
Well, rub it in.
So
far. Right, congratulations, you got that right. Sir Francis Drake was one of the commanders.
Yeah, I watched the thing about the Drake
defeat of the Spanish Armada. His ship, the Golden Hind, was one of the first to sail right around the circumnavigate the world. Circumnavigate the world. Right, crack on, Zen. What were you saying?
I think that drink's hitting him as well.
No, it just shocked me because he said the Drake Passage. I was like, literally watched something on that earlier today. It just shocked me. That was all. Sorry to interrupt. I was just interrupting. The Drake Passage. I literally watched something on that like a few hours ago. How funny.
It served you in good stead because you got a green line on that one. So well done. Well done both. Right, question 8. Which of the following is a responsibility you will have as a citizen or permanent resident of the UK? A. Using your car as much as possible. B. visiting your local pub regularly. C, keeping an allotment. Or D, looking after the area in which you live and the environment.
Is this him taking the piss? Like, I'm not
I think
just actually take. Oh, it's a do. Please. I
Well, I don't
literally.
know. I mean, you know, politicians often promote the pubs, like Farage. You know, he's always going on about he's opened their, and they opened their own pub or something now as well.
They've got one next to the Houses of Parliament. Does cheap drinks. Looks like all the D's are flying in, same as the contestants. Was that an easy one? Was it? Well done. The answer is D. Correct. Let's give you the answer quickly. There are responsibilities and freedoms which are shared by all those living in the UK. These include looking after the area in which you live and the environment. Did that message not get passed over to Birmingham?
No, they must have. I'm
Oh,
actually
yeah.
taking care of the whole area and the other residents here because we've got open bins and people just drive down to my little cul-de-sac and dump all their big rubbish next to the bins. And then the council have got the cheek to say that the 12 people that live here and there, yeah, we've all got to collectively pay for the extra rubbish removals over the year, even though everyone
really?
from the area that we live in knows that. I said to them, put some cameras up and take the registration plates because I'm not freaking paying for it. They want us to all pay like another 150 quid every 6 months to pay for them to remove the rubbish that people from all over this area come and dump over there.
Wasn't
Are
it?
you actually?
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's what we're all standing up. It's like, what? When you put locks on it, it's not even locked at all. When you put all the other ones are locked up there, that's why they don't do it. It's got no locks. Anyone from anywhere can come and dump stuff there, and they think that
Did
I'm
you,
going to chip in and pay for it. Are they absolutely tripping?
Did you get
Why should
your
I
own
pay
back?
for other people's rubbish?
Did you get your own back on your little declutter this week?
Yeah.
Have you
No, I
got
don't.
that?
And the thing is, if I'm throwing anything away, I'm not stupid. You smash it up at least, and then you can throw it in the bin. But they just all, and there was another person dumping stuff over there. But it's like, why are you actually trying to make the residents pay for the trash of the, like, that's when it said, oh yeah, I'm paying for people to look after this area more than anyone. Piss take.
Glad you got that out of systems.
No, I'm fuming. But honestly, you know me. Do you think they're going to get another £300 out of me a year? Are you absolutely crazy? Not a chance.
Well, they've reduced all the bin collections, haven't they? They're not even collecting green waste anymore unless you pay for it, which I think's a bit unfair.
Burn it. No,
That's the thing. Yeah, no, I would, but they banned it. You can't have fires during certain times of the year. Then, because everyone started using,
I just got a new burn bin. When can't I have a fire?
They banned wood burners, so that was the next thing around here. And now, well, we don't collect your green waste unless you pay for it. It's all a bloody con.
Oh, I don't care. I'm just going to pull my bin burner out to the little tiny car park next to me, and I'll have a fire if I want. What? To be honest, it's like Law of the Jungle round here at the moment.
Once upon a time, your council tax used to cover all that. I mean, what does that get?
No, but it's because people are dumping things like crusty old wardrobes or rotten old sofas. They think that they're giving us a discount, but it's divided by 12. The 12 flats that live like 6 here and 6 there, and they think that we should pay it when it's. I don't mean to be rude. They're not going to get a penny out of some of them.
So we have green-fingered people in the chat. You know, Scottish veterans talk about growing his own veg and that. I must admit, homegrown is good. You know, you can't get that at the supermarket.
But it's difficult.
Homegrown is much better.
We all grow our own. I grow some stuff. I know Zen grows, Lieutenant grows. Yeah, I can't really see much of the chat, everybody. I've literally got one finger.
But one year I grew a load of strawberries, yeah, and I thought they were fine. The day before I was going to pick them off, the dog around the corner must have got the little sweet scent as well and had the same idea as me because it got there and ate every single freaking strawberry. So if I was relying on those strawberries, I'd have been stunned, wouldn't I?
Well, that ain't being funny, but the best veg and produce you can find in the markets nowadays. There's no point buying stuff from a supermarket unless it's come from a local farm or something. I mean,
I love going to the greengrocers.
I see in the supermarket the other day they had white strawberries. It's the first time I've ever heard of it.
Yeah,
and they weren't classed as ripe at home or anything. There was another name for it, but they were white strawberries, and you eat them white. The first time I've seen it.
I haven't seen those before, but if you look at strawberries, usually they've got that white line, haven't they, between the red and the green, and that just shows you they've been ripened under light, so they can get them out and sell them. There's no nutrient value in it or nothing. It's just a waste.
Under light, is it?
But yeah, I do like to promote growing your own. I think that's something we should definitely teach all our kids, grandchildren, if you've got them, etc.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I agree with.
Get those big fat tomatoes going.
I've got raspberries at the moment. Raspberries, tomatoes, chilies, onions, potatoes, herbs. But everything has to be in the greenhouse, otherwise it gets destroyed.
You've still got to pick up your chumbawambas as well.
Yes, but I did buy a thing for the chumbawambas to grow over, so I'm prepared for them.
Well, you can't be prepared for a chumbawamba.
I'm prepared for a chumbawamba.
Well, they're a jungle plant, aren't they? So if it gets going, you're going to lose it up your trees.
No, it's like a whole little pine stand for them to climb around. I think it will look good.
Yeah, I'll say try and pick it up this week if you can, because those things need to be in the ground now.
Lover, if you're still in the chat, we have to go up to his area now.
Well, it's only because we have such a short growing season, really, like the right temperatures for that particular vegetable. So, yeah, as soon as you get it in now the best in May. Right, let's move on. Question 9. I'm sure everyone's waiting to get the next one. Right, which two of the following are famous British authors? A. Gustav Holst and J.K. Rowling. B. Sir Steve Redgrave and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. C. Sir Steve Redgrave and Gustav Holst. Or D. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and J.K. Rowling.
You know she's one of my favourites.
J.K. Rowling sold it to me.
Harry Potter.
I thought you two would get.
Yeah, look, there's my.
Because we discussed a few of the other names last week's quiz.
There's my Patronus charm, if anyone, so that when I'm having a bad day, can hold it in, think of happy thoughts.
You got Patronus.
Patronus charm, yeah. Harry's got it for me.
In the D's.
And it says on the back of it, always, because that's what Professor Snape said. Do you remember he said always?
Yeah.
Well, so yeah.
Snape, he was the bad guy, wasn't he? With the
no, he wasn't the bad guy. No, he wasn't the bad guy.
Because I never watched Harry Potter until about 3 years ago.
Oh. It's a great Christmas tradition in this house.
So I always thought Snape was like the bad guy until I finally watched it and realised he wasn't actually a bad guy.
Correct. You got that right. Everyone in chat got that right. I saw the D's flying in. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was a Scottish doctor and writer. He was best known for his stories about Sherlock Holmes, who was one of the first fictional detectives. J.K. Rowling wrote the Harry Potter series of children's books, which have enjoyed huge international success. She now writes fiction for adults as well. I actually haven't seen all the Harry Potters. I think I've seen...
Even Scottish veterans saying he's never seen Harry Potter. I only watched it 3 years ago because my ex forced me to watch it. But other than that,
I think it depends on the age of your kids, because I think mine was like, I remember watching a couple of them, and then I think I didn't watch a few, and then might have caught another one. So I know there's some I've got to watch. So one day I do have to go through them all in one go, because I don't like...
I started watching Harry Potter before I had kids, and I watched it all the way through with the kids, and we're all obsessed with Harry Potter. It's like a comfort show for me, like Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Like they're like my comfort shows. Love, Death and Robots.
We've lost one Jen.
Yeah,
Are you back?
No, it's you, hon.
I'm here. I'm here.
That's
Can
some
you hear me?
serious snoring going on. Why is it so loud?
The whole thing's gone black.
Yeah, can you hear me? Because all of us went black. I've never had this before.
No, we're not. I can see Steve,
No,
but I
still
can't
here.
see you.
Yeah, it's only you that's gone black. And
Technical difficulties, everyone. Stand by. So what's that?
He's gone.
Imagine I've got a chalkboard like this.
You lot keep talking for a bit. Let me see what the problem is. Bear with me.
You were glitching out before for a sec. Yeah.
it's gone really loud as well.
Oh, it's a Zen takeover, everyone. No.
I'm gonna go and get another charge wire in case it's downstairs. Bear with me.
So Harry Potter.
Put a spell on him.
When I visited York, yeah, saw that Harry Potter talk.
Reducto.
So get rid of the host.
No more red pen for me. So, anyway, how's your week been, Real British Media?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Oh yeah, I've only got one nail on today, if you can see, people, because when I went to H2, look, that's what, when I went on H2O Rampage with the kids, every single one was pinging off left, right, and centre. and I got the professional pictures back today. Oh, good grief. They're not flattering.
Pictures.
They're like, my Karis's boyfriend, my daughter's boyfriend, he's like a professional photographer, and he was taking pictures of us while we were like diving in the water and that. My girls look at, like, even the action shots, they look really cool, and then there's me, like an escaped walrus in a wig, like just. God, there's one picture. I'm like trying to get up on the thing. Like, he got me in all my most diabolical moments. Like, there's even one where Carrie, I can see. I remember Carrie, like, my daughter said, "Oh, we're gonna go up the big slide again." And I was like, "Oh God!" Like, that's the moment. It was like it was. And then there was another bit where I've gone in and all the water's on my face. I look like a drowned rat. Like,
escaped walrus in a wig.
There's one I've just given up, and I'm lying face down on the thing, and I'm in a wetsuit, and I've got like a big the flotation device on me, and I just look like they've dragged me out the water, and I've been dead for a few days. I might not be putting that one on Facebook. I'm going to upload them later. But there's some really nice pictures of us like having fun. There's really fun one of my girls. They were laughing because.
Hello.
Hello.
Let's give it a try. Hang on. Am I back?
Yeah. We know it's you pick your.
Can you see me?
Pick me a winner, darling.
Can you see me?
Yes. Yes.
Good. I don't know what happened. All of our screens went black, and it sounded a bit iffy.
It started glitching for you, and then all of a sudden it was gone.
I kept thinking, like, what did you say? And I was like, have you said something about Harry Potter? Like, what's got us struck off? But no, we're back now. I'm pretty sure it was
it's moved on from there. We've been talking about escaped walruses and wigs.
I knew I could rely on you to keep the show going. Don't worry.
You're extremely loud, by the way. Your sound is very, very loud.
Yeah, good. You usually complain that it's not loud.
It's too loud. Honestly, it's
definitely. I don't know how to turn that down. What do you reckon? Let me check my.
No idea.
Wigged up walrus. I do. There's a picture of it. It just does. It's like, I actually put in the caption in the group chat. Whose walrus is that? Like, literally.
I haven't got an option to reduce the audio. Let me sit back a bit. Is that loud?
Yeah, you're all right. Just don't talk. Just don't shout.
All right, no shouting. Right, question 10 then. Let's quickly try and move this on a little bit. Thank you guys for keeping it going. Right, yeah, question 10. Good stuff. All right. Is the statement below true or false? The British Constitution is contained in a single written document.
Say that again, please.
The British Constitution is contained in a single written document. Truth is then. What is RVM saying? A false. Mixed answers. Question 10, eh?
I have a copy of it, surely.
Let's have a look. The answer is false. Ooh, red pens then.
What is it? A book or something? It depends what you class as one document. How could it? The
British Constitution is not written down in any single document, and therefore it is described as unwritten. Trick question, eh?
Maybe that's a bit of a freaking problem. Maybe that's something they can fix.
Yeah, it is interesting. Let's have a look in the comments. Who got that right? I did see some false.
If it was written, hopefully it would just be one document, so I'm not too wrong.
Scottish veteran AJ Audit and Seller, I think, got that right. Anyone else that I've missed? Well done, everybody that got that right. Yeah, that was a tricky one, actually. I didn't know the answer to that one, I will admit.
So why do they call it the British? There is no British Constitution, then, is there?
I think Scottish veterans are giving us the answers, actually. If you joined it all up, because they keep changing it, they keep adding to it. That must be why. It might be similar to UKIP's Living Manifesto. It can still be changed and added to. But yeah, that's definitely something to look into, because I didn't know the answer to that one either. That was a good one. Well done, everyone that got that right in comments. Right, question 11. Which two people are famous UK sports stars? A. Sir Chris Hoy and Dame Kelly Holmes. B. Lucian Freud and Jane Austen. C. Dame Kelly Holmes and Jane Austen. Or D. Sir Chris Hoy and Lucian Freud. Yep, quite an easy one if you know your sports stars. Correct. The answer is A. I think everyone in comments is smashing in the A's. Sir Chris Hoy is a Scottish cyclist who has won 6 gold and 1 silver Olympic medals. Dame Kelly Holmes won 2 gold medals for running in the 2004 Olympic Games.
I like Kelly Holmes. I've seen a few interviews with her.
A Scottish veteran has joined UKIP. You've made the right decision.
Yeah, I've made the right decision, Scottish veteran, and I believe that we are coming to Glasgow. Is it July, bro? I think it's July. I think we're going to, UKIP. If we can make it, we will make it. But yeah, I think it's in. I
was actually having a look because someone said, "Oh, it's cheaper to fly," and I thought I'll have a look. It is actually cheaper to fly.
Yeah, it's cheaper to fly. My friend put that the other day, it's half the price.
From London.
I flew to Edinburgh once for 29 quid actually, so that's a good shout.
The prices I was seeing were return for 50, 60. I think it was about 60, which was still cheaper than fuel or train. But yeah,
that's pretty good. Maybe we should do it that way. I think that would be a good shout.
My friend was trying it. He said it's like half the price, and it's mad.
Well, I remember when I was younger, I went to Edinburgh once. It took an hour, and it was about 29 quid, I think. But
I would do it, but I don't think probably not afford that one, because you'd have to stay overnight as well, because you wouldn't be able to do it in a day.
Yeah,
there and back.
I'm gonna have to add you to some of the UKIP groups, bro, because there's a car sharing group at the moment as well now.
Is there?
Yeah, I think yeah, definitely is. But we'll have a talk about that afterwards. Where were we? You got that right, didn't you? 11. On to question 12, everybody. On to question 12. Right. Which of the following statements is correct? A. The first person to use the title Prime Minister was Sir Robert Walpole. Or B. The first person to use the title Prime Minister was Sir Christopher Wren. Contestants, give us your answers before comments, please.
Well, Christopher Wren wasn't a Prime Minister.
Yeah. Luckily, I think Christopher Wren was the.
I thought Zen might have got that one wrong then, but you're both absolutely right. Anybody in comment?
Wren is part of our bloodline.
Old school, yes, he is. Everyone else that chose A is correct. Trying to find them. Lieutenant, well done. I think everyone got that right. Let's have a look. Sir Robert Walpole was the first person to be called Prime Minister. He was Prime Minister from 1721 until 1741. I'm emphasising some of these answers because you know you're going to get it in the next quiz. There'll be something that will refer back. But well done, you got that right.
What did Christopher Wren do then?
Designed St Paul's Cathedral, among other.
Oh, so the architect.
Other buildings, among other buildings. Yeah.
I think he works out to be our 5th or 6th great grandfather, something like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but it's a bit kind of, everyone had a mistress back in those days. It gets a bit complicated. But that's question 12, everyone. So we're going to have our half-time little break. So if you want to make a cup of tea, anyone, top up your drinks, which I might do.
No.
Or go to the toilet. Now's your time. I'll see you back in 3 minutes.
Rocket fuel.
Huh?
Yeah.
Blue
rocket
rocket
fuel.
fuel.
Yeah. It is. It definitely is. I see you in 3.
I am one generation media, and this is my media. One gen media, walking the streets with a yes, yes of the UK, the courage of the UK, pushing my cam to the limits. I'm standing right here in a crowd, or in London town. One gen media, walking the streets with a yes, yes. Keeping the faith in a crowded place. Gotta realize all the MSM realize. No mics in faces. I'm standing right here, ready with questions. Give me your answers. One generation media, first generation of true media. Needed everywhere with my real life. No one feeding me lines. Talking points are nothing for a self-made journal. I'm your YouTube, you know it's pretty sick. Gotta realize all the MSN realize, bringing you the news that the legacy refuse. One generation media, first generation of true media. Needed everywhere with my real eyes. First person view, reporting of current affairs. I am one generation media, and this is my media. One gen media, walking the streets with a yes, yes, holding a mic to the voiceless, shining a light on the silencers, keeping our speech free in the UK. I am one generation media, and they use us as cogs in a wheel that they can't live without. Imagine if it all stopped spinning. Gotta find a way to unite, gotta keep up the fight. I am one generation media, and I am one generation media, and I am one generation media, and this is my media. Yeah, this is my media.
Excellent. Nice little half-time break. RBM still wiping his ass.
I just made it. I just made it.
Just. That's right, don't worry. We're always waiting for RBM. Well, he's usually drinking tea, actually, so I'd expect him to be brewing his tea bag for the full 3 minutes, but he must be getting
I've been on the
another
line now
margarita.
once it's over.
No,
How's
margarita.
How's everyone doing? Did you... Oh, what you got now? Bacardi, is it?
It's a mojito.
Oh, nice. Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Alcoholic. I didn't like the taste of that margarita, so I thought I'll wash it down with a mojito, which I like. You know, it's refreshing.
Hang on, the sausage is crying.
Where are you getting these fruity drinks from, RBM?
Well, I picked them up at the shops the other day. I thought I'd grab them, stick them in the fridge. Usually they spend 6 months in the fridge and then fancy them, but I thought, well, they're always drinking on these quizzes, and I'm getting beaten by Zen all the time. She's got drinking around, so I thought I might as well join the party. So,
I work better with a little bit of alcohol.
Yeah, I seem to as well at the moment.
If you could hear this sausage crying, I just want everyone to know that the door is open and she's in with my daughter. There's no need for this crying. She could literally come here. I don't
want to jinx it because Rent's actually been quite good today. But
oh, you coming, are you?
I've only had to bribe him with a couple of bones so far, so it's not doing too bad.
Come on, La Sausage.
Yeah, Ken Patriot. I think Danny Wasco played my song when I first brought it out, and he likes the bass and all that on it. So he may have.
Danny Roscoe's got his own intro, but I think he had his one before because I heard that.
He may have increased his bass since he heard mine. That was made by LTG. Make sure you check out her channel, everybody. She plays and makes beats on her channel as well. You'll hear some other good ones on that.
No deporting today, LTG. I'm on a roll today. It's a green can for a green pen. That's what it is. I got the.
It could all change from now on because the second half of the quiz always seems to get a little bit harder. But yeah, you're doing well at the moment. To be fair, Zen.
There's a few weird questions. It's not really like they're sort. They're just sort of. Well, I'm not too bad about disappointed in myself because I'm a bit obscure, like weird questions.
Well, we'll see what happens in this half. Right, question 13. Everybody get your score pads ready. Why is Sir Edwin Lutyens famous? I'll spell it for you. Lutyens.
Never heard of him.
Lutyens. Why is Sir Edwin Lutyens famous? It's going to have to be a guess then, RVM.
Sounds like an engineer.
A, he won a gold medal at the London 2012 Olympic Games. B, he was the first UK Prime Minister. C, he invented the World Wide Web. Or D, he was a 20th century architect.
I'm going to go with the architect one.
Yeah. I said he sounded like an engineer, and that's as close as I'll get to it.
It's a process of elimination if you hear the other answers. They've all been in previous quizzes. So if you'd remembered, you might be correct.
It's not a British name, really, is it, though?
Well done. The answer is D. Congratulations. Well done, everybody else. Scotland veteran, Mel, Ken Patriot, AJ Audits, Lieutenant, Roman, Stella. Everyone smashing in the Ds. Congratulations. Sir Edwin Lutyens was a famous 20th century architect who designed the cenotaph in Whitehall.
Oh, did he?
Oh.
That's interesting.
Don't forget that name, bro. Lutyens. It might come up in a future quiz.
Yeah.
Same with you, Zen. Well done for picking D. Well done. Not today.
It wasn't we just had the Prime Minister question though, didn't we? So I knew that was definitely not. That was the only one I was thinking, but then we just had it, so it helped me out.
If he won a gold medal, I would have remembered. If he was a Prime Minister, I would have remembered. So
Yeah, no.
Process of elimination.
Yeah, I think that's the best way with multiple choice sometimes if you don't know the answer. Right, moving on. Question 14. Is the statement below, and it's quite a long one, true or false? Sir Mo Farah and Dame Jessica Ennis-Hill are well-known athletes who won gold medals at the 2012 London Olympics. Is that true or false?
I know that. I thought that.
Right in there.
Ding, ding, ding. Two trues, hey? Little Mo. Two trues, and he's an Arsenal fan. Right, I'm pretty sure you're right. Everyone's smashing in the trues in the comments. And the answer to that is true.
Yes.
Sir Mo Farah won gold medals in the 5,000 and 10,000 metres. And Dame Jessica Ennis-Hill won a gold medal in the heptathlon.
That's right. Know my sport.
Did you watch that, did you?
Yeah, I must have. I would have done. I usually watch all the Olympics. I haven't actually watched it the past couple of years as much, but I used to watch it all like years ago.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, it doesn't tick all my boxes nowadays. Where was the last Olympics? Was it in America or?
It was London. It was Japan. Where was it?
Russia, maybe.
Was it Japan?
Korea. I don't think it was Japan. That's how little we watched it.
London, and then there was what was the one after?
Well, it gets confusing now because you have the Paralympics, don't you? And there's a lot more, I think.
I like the Paralympics actually.
Contestants from this country that go in the Paralympics. AJ Audit says France. A few people are saying France.
No, yeah, it was France because that opening ceremony of that horrible opening ceremony.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, yeah, that just jogged my memory. The horrible opening
that blue fat man dressed up in he was covered in blue like a genie on the table.
Yeah. No, it was. That did jog my memory.
I thought it was like some weird Euro trash show.
Oh,
and then
France,
I remember because I was away at the time, And Glover turned around to me and he's like, "This is the Olympics." I was like, "Shut up." Really?
Damn it. I haven't seen the Eurovision for years either. I think the last time I watched Eurovision was when our contestant was Gemini. I'm pretty sure they came dead last, but I still went and bought the CD. That was a long
The last
time
time I
ago.
watched
prefer
it
to
was
watch
when
Euro trash.
the last time I watched it was when Blue were in it.
What? Eurovision, Blue, were they?
Yeah, yeah.
Blimey, how did
I
we,
watched it.
Obviously,
Kate
obviously
Price
when
how
I
did
was
we not win it that year? I
No, she was-
wonder.
No,
when I was a
like
younger
watching the-
teenager, I didn't mind Blue. I used to listen to them. So when they were in the Eurovision, I was like, I'll give it a watch. You know, it's actually a decent song, to be fair. They could it's a proper song. Like, they could have won it, but because it's all tactical voting, they didn't stand a chance. They never do. But they got higher than we'd ever been in previous years. So
I'll quite comfortably say I don't think we'll ever win Eurovision, but now Starmer's in power, you never know, we might next year. If they don't
like
start,
watching the show.
if they don't start another war somewhere.
I like watching the show where they everyone like does all the English people are singing their song to vote to who's going to Eurovision. I like that one. That's
Yeah.
I prefer that. to
well,
actually
last year it
Eurovision.
was all Ukrainian tactical voting, wasn't it? And then this year it was the victims.
I thought Israel or something might have won it this year, but they didn't. I don't know who actually won it this year. Anyone know? Anyone know who won it this year?
Not at all.
I don't know either. I didn't watch it. Whoever gives the answer, we know you watch it. In comments. Right. Right, where are we up to? 15. Question 15. Are you ready? What did St. Augustine and St. Columba do during the Anglo-Saxon period? A. They invented new farming techniques. B. They led an uprising in Wales. C. They helped to spread Christianity across Britain. Or D. They fought courageously against the Romans.
I'm
I'm gonna get this one wrong.
Oh, Zen's gone for G, which isn't an option.
G.
Right, I think we've got some mixed answers in comments. Lieutenant's gone for D.
I'm sure I've heard of St. Augustine.
Yeah,
I've heard
to
of
do
St.
with
Augustine,
Christianity.
but that's it.
Tezza, welcome
Yeah.
to the chat, buddy. He's gone for C. Right, if anyone else has got their answer right, I'm pretty sure. What did you two go for again?
D.
C.
Oh.
C, wasn't it? Yeah, I think you're right. Let's have a look.
The Christianity, spreading Christianity, I went with.
Yeah, congratulations if you chose C. C is the correct answer. St. Augustine and St. Columba were early Christian missionaries who came to Britain to preach about Christianity. St. Columba founded the monastery on the Isle of Iona. St. Augustine spread Christianity in the south and became the first Archbishop of Canterbury.
I'm surprised with all these religious focused people in the chat, and even Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Wow.
I must admit, some of the religious commenters, I think, did get that wrong, didn't they? Lieutenant, are you having a mare? I think they did it
I'm a
right.
Knight of St. Columbia, Scottish veteran. That's
It
what
looks
does that-
like Tezza's joined the quiz. Are you the Tezza? Like
Tezza that we met in Bristol, possibly.
yeah.
Right, we're up to 16. Right, question 16, everybody. Which of the following statements is correct? A. The Chancellor of the Exchequer is responsible for crime, policing, and immigration. Or B. The Chancellor of the Exchequer is responsible for the economy.
Oh, for God's sake.
Ooh.
Yeah.
RVM's gone for A, and you went for B, didn't you, Zen?
Yeah, I thought he was in charge of money stuff.
I think Zen's right. What's everyone going for in comments? B, 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 B. Looks like we're going for some B's in there, bro. Right. The answer is B. Congratulations, Zen. You pulled one back.
Pulled one back. We are the champions.
I should have known that.
Lay your dice.
You should have.
Let's
Yeah, I
go
should
on.
have.
See, he's losing concentration again. You might have a chance again soon.
Probably.
The Chancellor,
I've got the freaking crown 2 weeks in a row. You motherfuckers.
I said he's losing it. Right. The Chancellor of the Exchequer is the cabinet minister responsible for the economy. Red
Well, they're
pen.
all arseholes at the moment, so it's unlikely I'll remember most of them, to be fair. And that is the Tesla we met. Good to see you, mate. Welcome to the quiz.
Nice one, nice one.
Right.
Right.
Rose will be blessed by JP John. Oh, John Paul II. Oh, nice.
I'm disappointed RBM got that wrong, to be fair. But well
I
done,
don't know why I
Zane.
put that answer up, to be honest. I mean, surely not. It's the crime commissioner or something, isn't it, that's in charge of all the other stuff?
Well, what was the other stuff?
Quite embarrassing, that one.
Immigration, crime and policing. Yeah. Right, question 17. Moving swiftly on.
Moving swiftly. I've been using that all week.
The only person in charge of immigration is Starman. He lets them all in. Bastard.
Exactly. Lieutenant says, who's Steve before he gets deported? Right. Anyway, question 17, which we... Oh, okay. Is the statement below true or false? In the 1830s and 1840s, a group called the Chartists campaigned for reform to the voting system. Is that true or false?
Well, that's a trick question because reform meant something different when that book was written.
Don't concern yourself about reform today. You need to keep focused there, RBM. Zen, what was your answer?
I put true.
So say again. Is the statement below true or false? In the 1830s and 40s, a group called the Chartists campaigned for reform to the voting system.
Everyone's put false
Sounds
now.
like
Shit
a truth,
myself.
to be fair.
No.
Not everyone. We've got trues and falses in comments. So you've gone for true, and then you went for false, was it?
No, we're for true.
We've both gone for true. Right. Question 17. The answer is true. Congratulations to everyone that put true.
Oh, thank you, my little good luck charm.
The Chartists campaigned for reform of the voting system. The changes they wanted included elections every year and for the regions to be equal in the electoral system. Well done if you hit true on that one. Lieutenant's...
Deport, damn it.
Lieutenant wants to get deported. Where did Lieutenant want to go again if he was deported? Somewhere, wasn't it? Somewhere warm. Right, question 18. If you're all ready. Well done, everyone in comments. Let me try and catch that up. Kent's gone to get his coat. He's obviously getting deported somewhere cold. I think the Outer Hebrides was one option last week. Roman says Bradford. Yeah, you wouldn't want to go there. No, yeah, Lieutenant Pakistan. What was it?
I wouldn't want to go to. I've been to a few places in the UK. I wouldn't want to go back to. Never again.
I'd love to go back to Bristol. That was quite fun.
Yeah, I'd like to do Bristol again. Didn't get much time to look around the city. But... right. Question 18. There we go. Which of the following is a Stone Age monument in the UK? A. Globe Theatre. B. Nelson's Column. C. Stonehenge. Or D. Windsor Castle.
Bloody ridiculous, isn't it?
If I'd have got this wrong, you'd have strangled me. No.
Well, Windsor Castle was made out of stone,
Metaphorically.
so you know.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if anyone gets this wrong,
You're out immediately.
yeah, we'll have to get the playing field. Right, the answer is C. The answer is C. Well done, both of you. Stonehenge is a Stone Age monument in the English county of Wiltshire.
You know they're charging people to go to that now.
It was probably a special gathering place for seasonal ceremonies. Yeah, I know they charge. I think it's free on the summer and winter solstice.
I understand if they've got something going on there, but even so, how can you? Who? Unless it's to pay for the maintenance of it, but who? Where does the money go?
I did read something that you could pay about 30 or 35 quid to get close to it.
Oh, really?
But do you
Yeah.
know what?
to
So I
get,
do,
like,
maybe I
think-
do understand that in a way, because people are so
guided tour or something.
entitled. They'd probably put their greasy hands all over it and wear it down. So maybe
Yeah.
it's like a good thing, really, actually.
Well, this
And then
probably
they charge for
becomes
the parking as well, because I was looking at going there or joining the National Trust. They have like a yearly membership, and it was like, oh, if you join the National Trust, you can park for a £5 instead of a 10 or something like that. And also these guided tours actually get you close to the stones, as close as you can get. Cost about 30 quid, 35 quid.
I was just about to say, yeah, since National Trust took it over, you know, they like to charge and up the prices and stuff.
I mean, to be honest, once they rebuilt it, what exactly are they maintaining? They're cutting the grass. That's it. That's all they have to do for maintenance. So why the hell?
Yeah, but I mean,
money to go there.
yeah, but if you look around at some other ones that aren't, I guess, looked after, I mean, you get people going in graffitiing, don't they?
Beating up them,
Turning it into rave sites. Yeah,
turning it into an orgy site. You could guarantee there's people trying to turn it into some orgy site or something. So I do, to be honest, like I just said that, and I realised not everyone's respectful like myself, and the general population they're so entitled that they'll probably trash it. So it's probably a good thing. Your camera's gone funny again.
We've lost one gen
It did
again.
it again. It glitched out and then he disappeared.
And again, what's happened? Are we back?
No, you a blank screen and it's making your voice go glitchy.
Hello?
Technical. Sorry, people.
I can't actually hear you. Can you not hear everything? Give me a nod if you
I
can.
can hear you, but we can't see you or hear you.
You can. I can't hear you.
We can hear each other. Can hear each other. I don't know if he's going to get that.
On my YouTube, I can see that I'm black. but on StreamYard, it's showing me normal. Bloody hell.
So maybe the update's not updating.
While the host is missing,
I don't know what's going on today, to be fair.
There we go.
Hang on a minute.
We'll bring the pets in to keep the stream going.
Am I back?
No.
She doesn't know what's going on. She's like, what the hell?
I don't know what's going on.
He's gone to the dark side.
I don't know. Can you hear me? Give me a nod if you can hear me. Or thumbs up. Yeah. I'm listening to you on YouTube next to me, and I'll carry on. I'll try and get this out of the way because we've never had these technicals before.
No, it's weird, isn't it? It's since the update.
I can hear your YouTube.
Right, question 19.
Yeah, turn us on mute. He can't hear us though. He can hear us on YouTube.
Oh, shit.
Amateur.
Hello.
Oh shit.
Let me see if I can bring it back.
RBM.
You two take the show over because I can't hear anything. 1 minute.
What are these called? The bloopers. Bloopers montage. I'll use that.
Now he's disappeared completely. He's trying to sort it out, isn't he?
Yeah, sorry. So maybe it's because he just said the StreamYard's updated, but I think they may have a few glitches in the system. To be honest, it's not really One Gen Media's fault, people. It's the StreamYard.
We'll have to take the quiz over to RBM. You see, and get a professional quality.
Don't upset him when he's already having technical difficulties. You'll make him flip out.
He'll watch his back as well. He loves to watch it back, so he'll hear that.
I know. I get a commentary. Oh, when he said this, I'm like, oh, I was trying to forget that. Thanks. Worst OnlyFans ever. Well, apparently, maybe they've come round and took him away.
You can't. It's still not working, is it? All right, just keep talking, you two, and I will try and refresh my end. Never had this before.
How many questions are left?
So we're on 17, I think.
Was it?
So I think
I was going to say, why he could play his song while he sorts it out or something. Or play
it's the
my
deep
song.
state or aliens. Well, look, the comments. First time I saw a deer was in the Shakespeare's mum's house, then a B&B and stuff. Oh, do you know what I've seen around my house for the first time in 20 years recently? Badgers. I saw one badger hanging out with the foxes, and then I saw two running behind the fence in my garden where the woods are. Never seen them before in 20 years. The badgers are back.
Yeah, I've seen a few badgers about actually.
Have you?
I've seen a few. Well, no, I mean, I haven't seen them personally. I've seen a few clips going about where badgers are just walking through people's gardens and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I'm just worried though because of the TB. Like, how does that get picked up? I need to do some investigating. But yeah,
I had deer in my garden.
Oh, nice. There's no seen. Obviously, hedgehogs, rats.
I haven't seen a hedgehog in a long time, years.
One time, me and my daughter were cutting the bushes down because they got really long, so it wasn't like trimmed, but just taking the top bit of the top off. I put them in a pile. She's sitting on the swing chair, and I'm cutting things down. And a bat flew out of them and did the hoop-de-loop round her head, sitting on the swing chair. She screamed like that. Then I've screamed for her. Then it's come and done the loop-de-loop down my head, like as if to say I was having a nice nap. Then, and then
to be honest, when you go fishing, you see a lot of bats.
Oh yes, bats and owls. I love
every time I go fishing, I see bats. As soon as the sun's going down and that, when it's getting too dark, the bats come out.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
They hit the line. Yeah, you're back.
No.
Yeah, you're back. Guess who's back? Back again. Badgers kill your car.
You're back. She's back. Can you hear me though?
Friend.
Yeah, I can hear you and see you.
Yes.
I can't hear you on stream,
Can you not hear us?
Saying my mic's not working for some reason.
Well, the sound's gone back to normal.
I can hear you. Can you not hear me?
I can see what Zen's doing. I can't hear anything.
You can't hear us. Maybe their microphones are just not compatible with StreamYard and they mess things up. Who knows? Oh, guess what else I saw around here?
You know what? I can't hear you, but for the sake of the show, I'm going to carry on. And I'm going to have to read your answers and just hope I'm getting it right.
Oh my God. So we can literally say anything.
I've got no sound on StreamYard and a bit of a delay on YouTube. Right, let's see if we can get this finished today and work it out after. Right, question 19, everybody. Is the statement below true or false? Snowdonia is a national park in Northern Ireland. True or false?
I think it's if I'm right, you can't hear me, but I think it's in Wales. Am I right? Because I was looking at a map.
Correct. The answer is false. Snowdonia is a national park in North Wales. Its most well-known landmark is Snowdon, which is the highest mountain in Wales.
Yes, I've researched that because I've been looking all over Wales when we go on our little trip. We go pony trekking.
I've been to Snowdonia. I want to go to Ben Nevis.
I'm going to have to rush through these, because I've got no sound on StreamYard. Right, question 20. I can just see Zen giggling. I don't know what you're saying.
I blame the new microphones.
Right, question 20. Which two are famous gardens in the UK? A. Sissinghurst and Snowdonia. B. London Eye and Sissinghurst. C. London Eye and Snowdonia. Or D. Sissinghurst and Bodden Garden.
You know we could shit talk about him and he won't know what
we're saying. I was just
this is
great.
That.
My evil little laugh was like, oh, what could I say?
Sissinghurst is in England and Bodden Garden is in Wales.
Resisting the urge. My autism's going.
That's why it's StreamYard. It's just getting worse and worse. Right. Hope you're all still with me. If you want to cuss me, now's your time.
That's what we were just talking about. He knows.
Right, question 21.
I told him everyone his deepest
Which
secret.
of the following statements is correct? A. The swinging 60s was a period of religious change. Or B. The swinging 60s was a period of social change.
Well, it depends which way you look at it, but I suppose the more of that would be the answer.
B. 2 B's, eh?
I've got a really nice dress that's 60s style.
Well done to everyone in chat. I can see the
I can't wait to wear. I think I might wear it to summer solstice.
The 1960s was a period of significant social change. It was known as the swinging 60s. There was growth in Britain, fashion, cinema, and popular music.
It's all about shagging.
Well done, you two.
Well, I wasn't born then. I want swinging nothing back in the 60s.
Question 22.
Look, they're winding him up. Look, we're
You're not having a right laugh, aren't you?
Let me
Right,
tell you something. Let me tell you
21.
something about that bitch.
Which of the following statements is correct? We've done that one. Question 22. It'll proper throw me off this bloody stream here today, Az. Right, question 22. Which two groups were associated with King Charles I and Parliament during the English Civil War? A. The Tories and the Roundheads. B. The Cavaliers and the Luddites. C. The Roundheads and Cavaliers. Or D. The Roundheads and the Luddites.
I'm gonna go.
I'm pretty sure it's summer with the bloody.
Oh,
I've
both
actually
C's,
heard One Generation Media mention the Roundheads and
Both
the other
C's.
one before.
The Cavaliers,
Well,
I'm
make sure I'm
thinking like
getting
the
it
Cavalier
right,
pub,
yeah.
isn't it? That's named after, I suppose. Yeah.
Right.
Good old Cavalier.
Congratulations, everybody. The answer is C.
Yes, I've actually heard him talk about it
Supporters
before,
of
and
the
it's such a
King were known
shame.
as Cavaliers, and the supporters of Parliament were known as the Roundheads.
Oh, supporters of Parliament, Roundheads. I remember that.
Right. 2 questions left. Zen's one behind. It's getting down to the
Oh, I'm
nitty gritty
stressed now. Oh, I'm
Can
stressed
RBM
now.
hold on? Right.
Get on with it,
Question
host.
23, everybody. Saint Andrew is the patron saint of which country? A. England. B. Scotland. C. Wales. Or D. Northern Ireland.
I know this. I'm waiting for Zen's answer first.
Because I'm mixed up because I'm trying to think of St. Michael and St. Andrew.
Of what country?
Which one was
A.
England?
England. B. Scotland. C. Wales. D. Northern Ireland.
B. Well, I didn't cheat. I didn't look at the comments. I didn't know.
There's a golf course in Scotland, I
Zen,
believe, named after.
seriously. Well done, RVM. I'm pretty sure he's got that right.
But at least you know I don't cheat by looking at the comments before I answer.
St Andrews.
The answer is
The old course.
B. The answer
Is it
is
Scotland?
B. St
It is.
Andrew is the patron saint of Scotland. Hence the
thought I
St
got
Andrew's
Michael's.
cross on the Union Jackson. And is
That's the name
celebrated
of the
on the
Links golf
30th of
course.
November each year.
Unlike he's.
I wish I could hear.
I thought it was either
But there
England
you
or
go, guys.
Scotland. Is England Michael then?
St Michael, I think
St.
Michael's
Michael. No,
Welsh.
St. Chris. There's St. Michael, St. Christopher. There's quite a few of them, to be perfectly honest.
I think Michael
Well,
is Welsh.
You know what that
think.
means, don't you? As we come to the last question.
Oh, I mean, the
This is
person
going
that
to
this
affect
week.
the overall score at the end of all of them. She
It's
looks
not
like
too bad.
she's not happy
Three,
anymore.
3 is not
What's
too
Zen
bad,
saying?
to be honest.
Right. Right, 24. Let's see if we can get this finished before another.
Oh, St.
technical
David is Wales.
difficulty.
England is St. George. Yeah. Oh, England is St. George. Yes. Cool.
Question 24 is which of the following statements is correct? A. Plymouth, Norwich, and Leeds are cities in England. Or B. Newport, Swansea, and Cardiff are cities in Scotland. Way quick A's. That's what I like to see.
And it's bloody Welsh.
And you are both correct. I don't even need to check.
Well, I lost by 3, so it's not too bad.
So we have a new champion,
I lost,
everybody.
Weird.
It's really bad. It's
And the new
terrible.
wearer of the crown.
9
RBM
last
has won
week, remember?
this
You. Don't get
Can't
too
hear a damn
cocky.
thing.
Moving swiftly on. No,
Can't hear a damn thing, but congratulations to RVM today. Well done to everyone in comments.
This is
Got that
so
right.
weird that he
That's
can't.
quite
By
an
the way,
easy one at
people
the end
watching
there.
this back, he can't hear us. We can say
I can't believe
anything
I'm
we
going to have to
fucking like.
rewatch this.
Say
Hear
anything you
what
want right
everyone's
now.
saying in the second half.
Put in the comments what,
I
what
wanna-
you want to
Only
say
2
to
wrong
one gen.
today, RVM.
Put
That's
Zen
actually your
for
best
Quizmaster
score
in the
for
comments.
bloody 4 or 5 weeks.
I was trying hard today.
Zen, 1, 2, 3. You got 4 wrong today, Zen. Which isn't bad.
I'm in the peasant
We'll
hat.
have
Not as bad as
to
last
we'll have
week.
to we'll have to
I'm going to
lip
be the
read with
peasant
him.
hat,
But
not the
It
crown.
does mean that on the overall score, when we add them all up, then this has gone in Steve's favour this week. And he gets to wear the crown
he's got a few.
for next
Listen,
week.
you've got to give them a few crumbs. You know, I needed him. I didn't want him to be too embarrassed
Sorry,
when
I
I
can't hear
take the
you.
final crown.
I think I pulled back a few there. Pulled back a few for that final.
See if I can get more up to date on this.
He claims that he can lip read. He always says to me, "Oh, I know what the footballers are saying because I can lip read." Can he bollocks lip read? He thinks he can, but he can't. And if he could, he'd know exactly what I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
Can you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Did you read that?
Can you read that?
This is quite funny, actually.
The words.
Oh, he's
coming
listening.
Out of my mouth. That's
He's
what
listening.
You, said RBM.
He's got us up on YouTube again. He's cheating.
Right, it looks like it's going to go
It's
again,
gonna go glitchy
everybody.
again.
So I'm going to have to end this quickly. Thank you all for coming. We shouldn't have
Bye,
these technical
everyone.
this
Sorry
week.
it's been
We've never
quick,
had them in the
but technical
past, but-
difficulties. Oh, he's gone again.
Oh, he's already gone. Yeah, thank you
He
all.
gets about...
Thank you for coming for
I'm
the
going to
weekly
play you
quiz.
out with the song. Hopefully you can hear
Oh,
it.
he's back.
Bye,
Thank you for
everyone.
coming. Well done, RBM. Congratulations on your victory this
After show,
week.
like in a couple of days, because
Yes,
because-
victory.
If you go on my
Can't
book of
believe
faith,
what's
I always
happened.
give you a reminder. Zen Marty on the book of faith, and I always or on Insta, and I always put a reminder when we're going to go live.
Give me both the thumbs up when you're ready for the song, and we'll end it at the end
Bye,
of the
everyone.
song.
And I am Real British Media. Everyone knows me. You
Yep.
can find me on YouTube. Just search it in there. Real British Media, RBM. Let's go.
Bye, everyone.
I am One Generation Media, and that was my media.
Cheers,
Bye,
all.
Lieutenant.
That was fun.
Bye.
Not my technicals.
See
That's
you next
StreamYard's fault.
I know, it's blame StreamYard.
I am One Generation Media, and this is my media. One Gen Media, walking the streets with a yes, yes of the UK, the courage of the UK, pushing my cam to the limits. I'm standing right here in a crowd, or in London town. One Gen Media, walking the streets with a yes, yes. Keeping the faith in a crowded place. Gotta realize all the MSM realize. No mics in faces. I'm standing right here, ready with questions. Give me your answers. One Generation Media, first generation of true media. Needed everywhere with my real life. No one feeding me lines. Talking points on my thing. For a self-made journal, I'm your YouTube. You know it's pretty sick. Gotta realize all the MSN realize. Bringing you the news that the legacy refused. One generation media, first generation of true media. Needed everywhere with my real eyes. First person view, reporting of current affairs. I am One Generation Media, and this is my media. One Gen Media, walking the streets with a yes, yes. Holding